When the moment finally comes, when Prince William walks toward the crown, it is unlikely to be a simple continuation of what has gone before. Those who know him well say he has spent years quietly studying history, symbolism, and the mistakes of the past. He understands that a coronation is not just a ceremony. It is a message. It tells the country and the world what kind of reign is about to begin. And that is why some royal watchers believe Prince William may be tempted by a date no modern monarch has dared to touch. Christmas Day. The idea sounds almost unthinkable at first. Christmas is sacred ground in Britain, deeply personal, steeped in family, tradition, and reflection. Yet history tells us that one man already chose that day to place the crown upon his head, and that man also happened to be named William the Conqueror, nearly 1,000 years ago. Britain was a nation in shock. The Battle of Hastings had torn apart the old Anglo-Saxon order. A foreign duke from Normandy now ruled England by force, not by birthright. And yet, within weeks of his victory, William demanded legitimacy. He did not wait for the dust to settle or for wounds to heal. He chose Christmas Day, 1066. To be crowned King of England inside Westminster Abbey. The symbolism was immense. Christmas represented divine approval, rebirth, and order restored. By choosing that date, William the Conqueror was telling the people of England that his rule was not temporary, not negotiable, and not accidental. It was destiny. But destiny arrived wrapped in chaos. Westminster Abbey was packed with clergy, nobles, and onlookers eager to witness history. Outside, Norman soldiers stood guard, hardened men, battle-scarred, unfamiliar with English customs and deeply suspicious of the population they had just conquered. Inside the abbey, as part of the ancient coronation ritual, the congregation shouted their approval during the acclamation. Cheers echoed through the stone walls to the Norman soldiers outside. Those cheers sounded like screams. Panicked, believing their king was under attack, they reacted with violence. Fires were lit, buildings were attacked. People fled in terror. Smoke rose over London while inside the abbey. Bishops rushed through the sacred rites as William reportedly shook with fear, crowned amid confusion. And near catastrophe, what should have been a moment of unity became a riot. Yet history has a strange way of forgiving chaos. When power endures, William the Conqueror went on to rule for 2 decades. He reshaped England's laws, language, land ownership, and architecture. He built the original Windsor Castle not merely as a residence but as a symbol of domination and continuity. Today, Windsor still stands at the heart of royal power, and that is where the parallel becomes impossible to ignore. Modern Prince William has quietly repositioned Windsor as the center of royal life. Buckingham Palace, once the unquestioned hub of monarchy, has gradually faded into the background. Windsor is where the family retreats, reflects, and increasingly governs. This shift is not accidental. Prince William has long been described as a future king, determined to modernize the monarchy, not through flashy gestures, but through structural change. He has spoken openly about a smaller royal family, fewer working royals, and a focus on relevance over ritual. He understands something previous generations did not always grasp. Public tolerance for excess has limits. The numbers alone tell a powerful story. King Charles's coronation reportedly cost between £72 million and £100 million. Queen Elizabeth II's funeral cost an estimated £170 million. In an age where families struggle with rising bills and shrinking incomes, such figures resonate loudly. William is acutely aware of this. Those close to him say he is uncomfortable with unnecessary spectacle. He values meaning over grandeur, and that is why some believe he may choose a coronation that is smaller, more symbolic, and deeply rooted in history rather than overwhelming pageantry. Windsor Castle offers that possibility. It has already proven itself capable of hosting dignified events without excess. Prince Philip's funeral, constrained by the pandemic, was praised worldwide for its restraint and emotional power. State visits held at Windsor have shown that intimacy does not diminish significance. Even history supports the idea. Queen Victoria's funeral in 1901 drew the largest gathering of European royalty ever assembled, and Windsor handled it with solemn magnificence. So why not a coronation? And why not Christmas? For William, Christmas is not merely a holiday. It is the moment the monarchy speaks directly to the nation. The annual Christmas broadcast is the most carefully choreographed royal message of the year. Every word, every image, every pause carries meaning. Choosing Christmas Day for a coronation would transform that symbolism into action. It would present the monarchy not as a distant institution, but as a unifying presence at a time when people are already listening. Yet history also whispers a warning. William the Conqueror's Christmas coronation succeeded politically, but it failed emotionally. It frightened the population. It revealed the deep divide between ruler and ruled. And perhaps most telling of all, his wife Matilda of Flanders. was not there while modern Prince William is known for his partnership with Catherine, a future queen expected to stand beside him. The absence of Matilda reminds us that power secured too quickly can leave important bonds behind. Prince William understands this lesson. He has built his public image around stability, family, and continuity. He has seen what happens when royal relationships fracture. He has watched how symbolism, when mishandled, can deepen division rather than heal it. That is why, if he ever chooses a Christmas coronation, it would not be about conquest or shock. It would be about reset. A Christmas coronation would signal renewal, a quieter monarchy, a crown placed not amid roaring crowds but amid reflection. A king who understands that legitimacy today comes not from fear or spectacle, but from trust. Whether Prince William will ultimately take that step remains uncertain, but history has already laid the path. One William changed Britain forever on Christmas Day. Another may yet choose to begin his reign, the same way, not to conquer, but to connect. And if he does, it will prove once again that in the story of the British monarchy, history never truly disappears. It waits patiently for the moment it can speak again.